Let's wrap up our discussion of connections and connection pooling with some final thoughts. First off, connection pooling is your friend. By keeping a few physical connections to the database open and then sharing these out as logical connections on the client side, we save the overhead and expense of opening a new physical connection each time. From an application perspective, this eliminates the delay that tends to run about a second in opening up physical connections to the database. And this is a big deal. If we think about your typical web page in a web application, we generally want load times to be in the 2 to 3 second range, and hopefully no more than 5 seconds. If we need to spend a second to acquire a database connection, we've already used up a significant part of our time budget. So being able to avoid this is a substantial savings. And connection pooling is easy to use. You don't need to implement your own connection pooling strategy. There are already existing connection pools in both .NET and Java that will meet all of your needs. Second, when you're using connection pools, make sure to only keep the connection in your code just as long as you need to, and then return the connection back to the pool as soon as you are finished with it. This makes sure that there will always be connections in the pool for other threads to use. Third, when you are performing one logical operation in your code, you just need to use one connection. At the top level of the data access block for this logical unit of work, get a connection from the database, and then pass the reference to this connection to all of your other data access blocks that need it. This avoids checking out multiple connections from the pool to perform one work item, and again, this will make sure that the pool can maintain a supply of free connections to lend out to other threads. Finally, keep the minimum size of your connection pool small. Yes, there is a cost to open a new physical connection to the database, but the connection pool will quickly right-size itself for the workload that your application has. If you set an artificially high minimum, then you'll have a lot of idle connections during slow times, and this consumes resources on your Oracle database server, especially memory. So these resources are now not available to be used by other activities that might need them, say for example some batch processing that you have going on in the middle of the night. Overall, connection pooling is easy to use and is something that you are probably already using. Just follow these few simple rules, and that will make sure that your application avoids any unnecessary waits as you connect to Oracle.